What's up? Welcome to the first episode of a brand new series answering very common questions, and 90% of the questions that you guys ask me are about movement. How do I move around the crease? When do I go down in butterfly? When do I use right stick? How do I set up for 2-on-1s? How do I save a breakaway? Those are all of the questions I will be answering in this series. First episode, how do I move around the crease? Okay? It's very simple, very basic, but also a thing that you need to learn to be great in this game, and you need to learn this tip to know all of the other ones. Know how to set up on 2-on-1s, how to set up on everything else. So, let's get on to my level 1 account, because if you've been keeping up on my YouTube shorts, my old account is doomed for this game. NHL 24, I will be using the original account, but I need to use this one for now. So, tip number 1, use one push movements. All the time, wherever you need to go is just one push away. You can just do one push movements to get from left to center, from center to right, and so on. And then up and down. So, as you can see, I'm on the left covering the post. One push will get me to the middle. Then one push will get me to the post. Don't hold the stick down like this. Okay? Never do that. You're going to get cross shot, sniped. The only time you do that, actually, is for a cross crease. That's the only time you move with holding down the stick. I'm just killing the computer right now with these one push movements. Okay, so boom, get me to the middle, get me to the right, and then get me to the middle of the crease. Now I'm covering the post. It's hard to do it while the computer's constantly shooting. I wish I could just do it without the computer. But as you can see, one push will get you to everywhere you need to go. Tip number 2, don't stand on the goal line. A lot of people get nervous. It's the same with defensemen, but goalies get nervous and back up, and then they get sniped. That's when you get scored on, is when you back up, get nervous, and then you'll get sniped from the slot, from the circles, XXX. So just try your best to be aware and be very cognizant of where you are standing, because go back to tip number 1, when you get the one push movements down, you will have great muscle memory, and then you'll know where your goalie is without looking at him, because it's all in locked positions. Either you're in the middle or you're on the left or right. That's all you need to know. So just stay away from the goal line and you won't really get sniped too much. Now tip number 3 is going to be described with the usage of the graph that I made. You're going to see just a typical goalie crease right now. There's a typical goalie crease on screen that we will be using. So, the green circles is where you will be spending a lot of your time in, because that is where you will be going for basically all setups, all zone setups. So when they're going in the zone, you'll be spending your time on the top 3 circles, the circles that are at the top of the crease. So the first 2 circles we'll be focusing on are the ones on the top left and top right corners of the crease. Okay, that's where a lot of the time they'll be coming from, because usually your team, if their team is good, your team won't let them just come right down the middle. So they'll be coming from the sides, and that's where you'll be standing most of the time. If not, then you can just stand in the middle. So then, if they go further, then you'll move down one push, you'll be covering the middle of the crease. The middle of the crease. You are covering the post until they get super close to you, but until then, you are covering multiple ways. That's where you're going to be standing a lot of the time, because many zone setups are in the circles. And then you'll do a small push down. You see how the circles are very close to each other? You'll do a small push down if they get super close to cover the post. So that's typical setups. Now for the hard part is standing in the middle. A lot of goalies have a hard time with knowing what to do with the skaters in the slot. When they're in the slot, notice how the bird's eye view of the zone shows that when you're in the top of the crease, in the middle, it goes a long way. It's basically all the way down from the blue line to the slot. You'll be standing there. So, and it's true. You really don't need to go away from that spot until they get extremely close. They'll need to be right on top of you for you to back up. and don't worry about them passing across crease or a pass to the circles, because you can it's just one push away. It's not like you're moving all the way over. It's just one push will cover the one-timer. So don't get nervous when they're getting in the slot. Just stay at the top of the crease, in the middle of the crease. And then if they get super close, you just need to move down. There you go. There were more circles. They're the yellow ones, which are the very uncommon places to stand. I'm not going to go over those because it's very uncommon where you'll be standing there. You won't stand there for a long time, if at all. The only time you'll be staying there is for a cross crease or just a one-timer pass, if they're standing in a weird spot. But other than that, you're not going to be really standing there. Usually they're either right in the slot or on the edges. So there you have it. Episode 1 is finished. These are going to be very short videos. Next episode will be, when do you go down in butterfly? Okay? I'll see you guys then. My account is busted, so we'll have to wait until NHL 24 probably for me to have my account back, which sucks, but I don't really care. It's right around the corner, so I don't care. Alright? See you guys then. Bye.